The Iron Stoic, masterclass. Silence is Power Part 1. The silent revolution. Listen closely to the world around you. It is drowning. It is not drowning in water, but in its own desperate noise. Everywhere you look, you see a civilization of spiritual beggars. You see people hemorrhaging their dignity, chasing phantoms, and begging for a crumb of attention from people who view them as disposable. They have turned their souls into a marketplace where everything, their time, their peace, their self-respect, is for sale for the price of a moment's validation. They chase, they explain, they plead, but you are here because you are tired of the noise. You are here because the part of you that used to beg is dying, and the part of you that demands sovereignty is waking up. This is the beginning of the Iron Stoic. This is not a lecture. It is a funeral for the version of you that was a puppet. We are going to strip away every layer of insecurity until there is nothing left but cold, hard, unshakable authority. To conquer the urge to chase, we must first understand the biology of your weakness. Your brain is wired for tribal survival. In the ancient world, to be ignored by the tribe was a death sentence. That is why, when someone pulls away from you today, when a message goes unanswered, your nervous system reacts as if you are being hunted. Your heart races, your palms sweat, and your ego screams at you to fix it at any cost. But the Iron Stoic recognizes this panic for what it is, a biological ghost. Marcus Aurelius taught us that the universe is change, and our life is what our thoughts make it. The fact that someone stops speaking to you is an event. The idea that this event means you are worthless is an opinion you have chosen to believe. When you chase, you are attempting to solve a biological panic with a social surrender. You are telling your nervous system that your survival depends on a reply. It is a lie. You are perfectly safe in your own company. By choosing absolute silence, you are recalibrating your brain. You are telling your ego that its hunger for validation will no longer be fed. Consider the mountain. Does the mountain chase the clouds? Does the mountain move when the wind screams at it to change its shape? No, the mountain simply is. Most people are social puppets. Their strings are pulled by the tone of a voice or the speed of a response. When you enter the state of the Iron Stoic, you cut those strings. You realize that your value is an internal asset. It cannot be depreciated by someone else's lack of vision. Epictetus, who was born a slave and became the master of freedom, understood that no man is free who is not master of himself. If you cannot control your urge to explain yourself, you are a slave to the person you are explaining to. Silence is the ultimate declaration of freedom. It is the moment you stop being a performer for a crowd that isn't even watching. There is a law of physics that applies to the human spirit. Nature abhors a vacuum. When you go silent, truly silent, you create a psychological vacuum. Most people are addicted to the reaction. They disrespect you because they expect you to yell. They ignore you because they expect you to beg. When you offer them nothing but a cold, impenetrable wall of silence, you break their reality. Your absence must become a heavy, physical weight in their life. It must be so total and so sudden that it forces them to confront the mirror of their own actions. As long as you are explaining, you are giving them an out. But silence offers no handle. It cannot be debated. It cannot be negotiated. The Iron Stoic does not leave a situation. He evaporates from it, leaving only the cold echo of what used to be his presence. Part 2. The sovereignty of the inner citadel. We move now from the act of vanishing to the act of existing within the void. It is one thing to go silent. It is another to remain silent when the world demands an answer. Most people can handle silence for a few hours, but they cannot handle the internal pressure of being misunderstood. They feel a physical itch to set the record straight. They want to explain their heart to people who only want to see their shadow. But we are now entering the cold chamber of the mind. We are dismantling the ego's addiction to being right. Your character is not a marketing campaign. You do not need to translate your soul for the illiterate. This is the sovereignty of the inner citadel, a place where no one's opinion can reach you, and where your silence is the ultimate declaration of war against the need for approval. Ask yourself, why do you explain? Every time you feel the urge to justify your choices, you are standing in a dock. You have made the person standing across from you the judge, the jury, and the executioner of your self-worth. You are pleading for a not guilty verdict, hoping they will agree that you are a good person. The Iron Stoic recognizes no judge but his own conscience. If you know your intentions were clean, if you know your path is virtuous, why do you care if a fool misreads your silence? If you cannot control the urge to justify your boundaries, you are not free. Your silence is your sovereignty. It says my decisions are final, and I do not require a footnote to satisfy your misunderstanding. When you stop explaining, you stop being a defendant. You become the law. Energy is the only true currency you possess, and most people are spending it like water. Chasing is a high-interest loan you take out against your future self. When you chase, you are investing your life force into someone else's ego. You are feeding them while you starve. The Stoics practiced extreme mindfulness regarding their attention. They realized that every word spoken in desperation is a brick removed from your internal fortress. By staying silent, you are performing a strategic withdrawal. You are pulling your energy back into your own center. You are becoming a closed loop. In this state, you are dangerous because you are unpredictable. A person who explains everything is a map that can be read. A person who stays silent is a ghost that cannot be tracked. We are building a version of you that is so rooted in self-certainty that the departure of 1,000 people would not cause a single tremor in your soul. You must understand that people do not value what is free. They do not value what is easily accessible. When you over-explain, you dilute your value. You make yourself common, but the Stoic is rare. He speaks only when necessary, and his words carry the weight of gold because they are scarce. Your silence creates a mystery, and mystery creates respect. When you stop trying to convince people of your worth, they begin to wonder why you no longer care for their approval. This shift in dynamic is palpable. You are no longer the one reaching out. You are the one sitting back, observing, judging, and deciding. You have moved from the passenger seat of your life to the throne. Part 3. The Supreme Detachment. We have dismantled the chaser. We have fortified the inner citadel. Now, we enter the final stage, the graveyard of the ego. This is the stage of the final shadow. Most people can walk away for a while, but they keep a window open. They keep a small part of their soul waiting for an apology, waiting for a sign that they were missed. This is not Stoicism. It is a delayed negotiation with weakness. In this final chapter, we are closing every window. We are sealing the doors. You are about to learn that the highest form of power is not found in winning the argument or getting the apology. It is found in the absolute, cold realization that you no longer care. Once you enter the state of supreme detachment, there is no going back to the person who begged. You are about to become a ghost to your past and a god to your future. Why do you crave the last word? Because your ego wants to leave a mark. It wants to wound the person who wounded you. It wants to ensure that they know exactly how much they hurt you. This is the final chain that binds you to them. The Iron Stoic realizes that the most devastating last word is no word at all. Seneca taught that the greatest remedy for anger is delay, but the greatest remedy for disrespect is disappearance. When you seek closure through a conversation, you are admitting that you need their cooperation to heal. You are saying, I am still tethered to you. True closure is an internal act of rebellion. It is the moment you decide that your peace is worth more than their explanation. You don't need to tell them you are done. You just need to be done. Your silence is the final period at the end of a sentence that they will spend the rest of their lives trying to read. You are not just walking away. You are evaporating from their reach. They are left with a ghost, and a ghost cannot be bargained with. As this transformation comes to a close, you must face the mirror. Silence has stripped away the noise. The chasing has stopped. The begging has died. What is left? What is left is the Iron Stoic. This is not a mask you wear. It is the person you have become through the discipline of stillness. You are now the man who can walk through a storm of insults and remain dry. You are the woman who can lose everything and remain whole. You have realized that the world's opinion of you is none of your business. Your only business is the mastery of your own soul. The people who thought they controlled you through your reactions are now powerless. They will try to provoke you one last time. They will test the new walls of your citadel. Let them. Your silence will be their answer, and your success will be their only reminder that you ever existed. The shadow has been integrated. The light has been found in the dark. Now, go and live in the power you have built.